Hi everyone. So today I thought I'd make a video. Um, as you can tell, probably by the thumbnail and the um, title of this video. Um, it's about Annabel, the haunted doll. Now I thought I would um, show my dolls. They are alleged to be haunted. Um, I have no proof. I have done videos on these dolls, and yeah, not caught one paranormal activity from any of these dolls. On a side note, I am looking at the screen, and that's dust. That's not orbs. That is dust. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is earlier on today, so it's about 7 o'clock in the evening. So earlier on today, I saw a video on YouTube, and it was posted about 4 days ago, and it was about Annabel the doll. Um, I don't know the ins and outs of Annabel, but I think it was the 1970s. Um, there was this haunted doll. It was haunted by a demon, but pretended it was a girl, a young girl, and it attached itself to Annabel. Um, it attached itself to a doll. Now you can look this up online. There was movies on it. Um, and anyway, so Ed and Lorraine Warren got involved, took the doll, put it in their museum, and it's been there ever since. Um, I think it's in a glass, or was in a glass case. Um, because apparently is this doll's that evil. They've actually put it in a glass cabinet and done some blessing on it so it wouldn't harm anyone or won't be as active. Anyway, so this video that I saw that was posted 4 days ago was an American news channel, and it's an American news channel. I think it was CBS 21 News, I think it's called. Saying that this Annabelle doll is, I think it's on tour, and I think it's in Gettysburg at the moment, and they're doing this tour with this doll, and a paranormal investigator, a man, can't remember his name, died of natural causes after um, being in contact with Annabelle, the doll. Um, Now, the reason why I'm making this video is not to say that my dolls are haunted and it's like Annabelle and the same fate's gonna happen. None of that. More to do with, far as I'm aware, there's been no reports of demons, ghosts, spirits, poltergeists, not even the elemental spirits, um, succubus, incubus, so many different types out there of ghosts and all that. Um, Basically, what I'm trying to say is there hasn't been a report in history that a spirit has, um, I don't want to use the M word because I don't want to get banned, but spirits haven't ended someone else's life, if that makes sense. Um, I'm just trying to think what to say next. So yeah, the spirits have never ended someone else's life. Yes, they have scratched us. Yes, poltergeist throw stuff around, and paranormal stuff happens, and all that. But I personally believe that this doll, if it is haunted by a demon, it wasn't the doll that ended the man's life. I personally feel that this man had a medical condition and it was only a matter of time. Um, it could be a blood clot. It could be a heart issue. Could have been anything that caused him to be in the situation he is now. I don't personally believe that it's a ghost or a spirit or a demon. Um, it just so happened that um, when he died, the day before or a couple of days before, um, he got or was in contact with Annabel. Um, there is going to be some paranormal YouTubers out there that will see a perfect opportunity to make fake paranormal um, videos on this and hype it up to be something it's not. Um, Unfortunately, most of the stuff, paranormal stuff that you see on YouTube, not just YouTube, but Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, majority of it's fake, and there's only literally only a few um, people out there that really truly do paranormal investigations and actually are legit. Um, and I'm making this video before the whole hype um, of this gets out. So I personally believe that once this gets out and more people know about this, and all these fake YouTubers get hold of this information, they're going to blow it out of all proportion. And I'm telling you now from all the experience I've ever had, um, as a medium, as a person that is just generally interested in the paranormal, um, spirits, demons, whatever you want to call them, cannot literally end someone's life. They cannot do that. Um, they cannot do that. So you probably will at some point in history, um, whether it be today, tomorrow, next month, next year, 10 years from now, you're going to see a lot of fake videos out there of or fake information about what really happened to this man that died because of Annabel. So yeah, I just want to put come on here and just have a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm gonna write it out as it is. Um, Annabelle was not responsible for this man's death. Um, yeah, it's not. Annabelle's not responsible for the death of this man. Um, I personally believe that it was um, either a heart attack or stroke or drug overdose or whatever. I personally believe it's man-made, not spiritual. um, yeah, just trying to think because, like I said, guys, these four, well, three clowns, one doll. Um, they are alleged to be haunted. I have no physical proof that they're haunted. If they are, I'm still here. They haven't tried to end my life. I don't want to use the M word or the K word. They don't start crawling around on the floor with a big butcher's knife, chasing me down the hallway with a big butcher's knife. They're not, you know what I mean? Like, wherever I put them, that's where they stay. Um, that cat ball there is turned on. It hasn't flashed at all. Well, apart from when I turned it on. Not expecting it to. When I got Comrade, which is this one here, I got told wait 10 minutes. Then things like the cat balls. This is the reason why I got the cat balls. Wait 10 minutes, and then the cat balls will start going off. Tried that. Different occasions, different time of day, day and night, winter, summer, autumn, whatever. They don't go off. They don't go off. So just bear that in mind, that it's just another bit of fake news out there to scare us into believing that it's real, when all it is just fear mongering. It's putting fear out there. Um, and to be honest, we've got nothing to fear about. um, Dolls, clowns, whatever, they're not out to to harm us. And that's a big bird. So I was just looking out the window, just saw a big bird fly off. Could be an owl. Anyway, so yeah, just bear that in mind, guys. I don't think it's hit national news. I don't think it ever will be. Like I said, it was 4 days ago. Don't think it'll be national news. But there is going to be some American YouTubers out there that will fake the whole thing. I can think of a couple of people that would get their hands on this and turn it into something that's not. When I heard about this, I thought I'll make a video on it, and I had all the stuff that I wanted to say, and I wanted to say it, but can I remember half the stuff I wanted to say? No. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, guys, it wasn't Annabelle that made this man pass on to the spirit world. It wasn't spiritual. It wasn't a spiritual attack. It wasn't anything but the man having some kind of health issue. And it just so happened that a couple of days before, he saw Annabelle. He was in the same room as Annabelle. Whether he touched Annabelle or not, or whether he said some stuff about Annabelle that upset the doll, I don't know. But it was not Annabelle that ended his life. It was health issues, it was paranoia, it was everything non paranormal. 98% of all things paranormal can be explained. That is why I'm not a paranormal investigator, because I know 98% of the stuff can be explained. Looking at the screen now, again, I'm seeing things fly across the screen. I know that it's dust. I know it's not orbs. I know how dusty this room gets. I know how dusty the whole flat gets. I dusted it, what's today, Monday, so I dusted this room on Saturday, and I can guarantee that even though it's been 2 days since I dust, I can quite easily dust again, and it'll be almost an inch thick of dust. So I know it's dust. I know the difference between dust and orbs, and trust me, it's dust. Yeah, so I am a great believer of the paranormal. I am a great believer of all things spooky. I do believe there's more to life than what we experience. But we have to be sensible. We have to find a logical side of it before we jump straight into the paranormal. If you've seen the news article on it and you know what I'm talking about, then great. If you don't, go and look it up. It's on CBS. The channel that I watched was CBS 21, and it was posted about 4 days ago. So what's the date today? 21st, 20th. 19th. I think it was posted either on the 17th or the 18th of July. Go and look it up. And they're trying to hype it up to be paranormal. It was paranormal. That's the reason why it happened, and it's not. So I hope I've cleared some of it up. The worst thing that spirit can do to a person is to scratch or bite. They cannot physically make your heart stop. Yeah, they can scare us. They can make us scream like a little child. They can make us run out of a room or a building. They can make us literally feel like our heart is about to explode or stop or whatever. But they cannot physically stop us from living. Okay, so I just want to get that out there before all these fake YouTubers blow this out of proportion. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope that what I've said makes sense. Thanks for all for watching. Yeah, I hope I've got everything I want to say out. Before I do go, actually, guys, there is one thing I'm gonna say. I don't believe it's paranormal. But I'm going to just share a little bit of a story for you. So, a few months ago, back, I'll say probably February, March. So these dolls are in the same room as the bedroom. So my office and the bedroom are basically the same. So while I do my spiritual work, it's the same room that me and my partner sleep in. So anyway, I was laying in bed one night, just about to nod off, and I will be honest, I was watching a YouTube video, and as I was just getting comfortable, I heard a voice. I couldn't tell whether it's male or female. I couldn't say whether it was a child or an adult, but in a very calm voice said, "You need to leave now." So I'll say that again. "You need to leave now." And it said it kind of like that with a pause in between. "You need to leave now." Wasn't threatening, wasn't scary. It was clear, but it wasn't scary, it wasn't frightening, it wasn't me jumping out of bed, running out the door, half dressed. Um, just thought it was interesting. Thought it was part of the video that I was watching in bed. Um, kind of ignored it. Then I went to sleep, woke up the next morning. It was kind of on my mind, and I watched the video back. The video that I was watching. I watched that video back to make sure it wasn't on the video, or it was or wasn't part of the video, and it was not part of the video. So obviously, this person that made the video didn't catch an EVP saying you need to leave now. It was in the room. It was in this room. Again, I was in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, watching the video before I went to bed, that kind of thing. So I was in that kind of sleep state. So could be my hearing, could be anything. You know what I mean? Could be my next door neighbour, could be my partner. Could have been anything. Could have been on the video that I missed it. Could have been anything. So yes, I am a great believer in the paranormal. Yes, I do believe that spirits are real. Obviously, I'm a medium. Of course, they're real. But they're not as dangerous as people make them out to be. Real paranormal is like fishing. If you ever gone fishing, you know that it is very, very boring. And most of the time, you will not catch a fish. If you go fishing 5 days a week or 7 days a week, in those 7 days, you'll probably be lucky to catch one fish. Again, depends on where you're fishing, the sea, lake, river, whatever. You'll be very lucky to catch one fish. Paranormal is the same. If you go paranormal, if you go ghost hunting 7 days a week, I can guarantee you'll probably get a very 10-second clip. Out of all the hours you record, you probably get a 10-second clip, and even that you probably can explain away through science. So that's why I always say fishing is like ghost hunting. Ghost hunting is like fishing. You can't always guarantee that you'll catch something, and you can't always guarantee that what you're catching is what you want. Even when I was a child, I went fishing and always thought that I caught something. And when I reeled it in, it was seaweed, or it was some sort of mussel, or some sort of crab, or some sort. It wasn't an actual fish. It was mainly seaweed that I caught. So yeah, anyway, so I always say off camera that the paranormal catching paranormal activity on camera is like going fishing. There is no guarantee. So yeah, when you see, if you see any of this information about Annabel ending somebody else's life, just remember what I said. Very slim chance. Never happened in the history that I know of. It's never happened in the history of humanity that a spirit has ended someone else's life. Never happened. It's never have happened. So yeah, don't believe any of this